The Shenzhen orchid sold at auction for a whopping $200,000 in 2005. Yes, you heard that right. Someone at auction paid $200,000 for one plant. $200,000 in 2005 would be worth just a little under $300,000 today, which is an incredible amount of money. The Shenzhen orchid takes its name from the university from which it was developed, Shenzhen University. This was the first flower in history to be developed entirely by man or a group of scientists at Shenzhen University, and it took a full 8 years to develop. The orchid was priced at auction not only for its rarity, cultivation and background, but also for its appearance. So as you can see, the plant is absolutely stunning when it is in full bloom. Aside from taking 8 years to develop by scientists, perhaps one of the main reasons why this plant fetched for so much money is the fact that the plant takes 4 to 5 years for the delicate and elegant flower to blossom. Can you imagine spending $300,000 on a plant and then having to wait 5 years to see it flower? And what if the flower never comes? Do you think you can get your money back? Let me know in the comments. So aside from the beauty of the flower, it is also said to be edible and have a delicate taste. Do you think the owner of the plant waits 5 years for the plant to blossom and then eats it? I wonder what it tastes like and what you would eat it with. With the right care, orchid plants can live for up to 100 years, so you could argue that the buyer is getting some value for money at least, since the plant will probably last his or her lifetime. You just hope that they don't forget to water the plant. So who was it that spent $300,000 in today's money on a single plant? Well, that we don't know because it was purchased by an anonymous bidder. I wonder why the bidder of this plant wanted to remain anonymous. Do you think he was embarrassed to spend so much money on a single plant? Or do you think maybe he wanted to remain humble and enjoy his purchase in silence and anonymity? Let me know in the comments. Can you imagine the wealth this individual must have to be able to and willing to spend that amount of money on a single plant? I don't know about you, but I find that kind of wealth impossible to get my head around. But to help, here's a few things you'll be able to buy for the same amount of money. You'll be able to get a 4-bedroom house in my hometown of Sheffield in the UK. You'd also be able to get a Ferrari F8 Spider, a 5-year degree in medicine, a trip to space with Virgin Galactic, a helicopter, or how about 14,000 other houseplants? If you were lucky to be rich enough and you wanted to find this plant and buy it for yourself, then you will likely be pretty disappointed. Finding this orchid for sale on the market is highly unlikely. Those who have purchased one hold on to them as a status symbol of their wealth and rarely give them up. So what other expensive plants would you be able to buy? A very popular expensive plant that is all the rage at the moment is the variegated monstera, with its distinctive green and bright white foliage. In fact, the most expensive variegated monstera ever sold was a Monstera adansoni, which went for $38,000. And then there is the white variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma with 9 leaves that sold for $27,000 in New Zealand. Do you think the plant was worth it? Personally, for me, I never really buy expensive plants. I just don't have the disposable income. I feel that there are so many beautiful plants out there that I could fill my home with that are affordable, and there's no real reason to spend so much money on a single plant. Maybe that's because I've never seen a $1,000 plant in real life and been swept off my feet. Let me know in the comments what is the most expensive plant that you have ever bought and how much you paid for it. To make sure you are getting good value for money when buying plants in your local garden centre, there's a few things you need to do and check before making the purchase. So click on the link here and I'll go through the key things you need to look out for before buying a plant. I'll see you there and thanks for watching.